Alright guys, this is gonna suck. It's probably even gonna hurt, but I'm gonna do it like a band-aid, fast and dirty. Let's get it over with. At the time of recording, Bitcoin is sitting down around $57,000, and unfortunately it looks like we have a lot of resistance above us, like this level of about $57,000 that we have interacted with as support in the past. Now with us being underneath it, this is definitely looking like it's some resistance. And right here on the hourly chart, unfortunately, it looks like we might be putting in a bear flag formation. And if it does break down from this pattern, then it could take us down here to our price target that could be around $45,000. I know I was saying $47,000 in my previous videos, but unfortunately, the electrical cost just continues to go to the downside, with it being around $46,000 at the time of recording. If the price continues to the downside, then so can this electrical cost, and we might have a little bit lower to go than I previously was expecting in previous videos. Obviously, the main thing that's pushing us down right now is fears of the Mt. Gox repayments, with this article on Cointelegraph saying that up to 99% of Mt. Gox's $8.2 billion could be sold. Nearly all of Mt. Gox's former creditors might be looking to sell their Bitcoin, which has increased by over 8,500% in value in the last 10 years since the exchange's collapse. And I'm not gonna lie, if it was me, I would definitely be selling some. Like, say you got 100 Bitcoin returned to you and it had been up 8,500%. Now you're gonna be a millionaire, and while in my opinion I wouldn't sell all of it, I'd probably still hold a bag to wait until it goes to the upside some more. But I would definitely be selling a significant amount and probably buying something like a house and maybe a new car. Hopefully these people aren't going to blow all of their gains and they're not gonna go back to being poor again. And maybe they are going to hold on to a bag and wait for it to go up and reach mainstream adoption. But right now, we've got a lot of selling pressure to overcome, and $8.2 billion is definitely significant. It says most of the Bitcoin being repaid by the defunct exchange Mt. Gox will likely be sold, threatening to cause more downside pressure on Bitcoin price. As I also said in my previous videos, it might be staggered, and with it taking a little bit of time for the Mt. Gox repayments to actually show up in people's accounts on their exchanges, it is probably going to be selling over the next 3 months or so. But after that, we do have some catalysts that are coming down the pipeline. According to this post by ChainMind, $16 billion in cash will appear as buying pressure in Q4. In 2022, FTX crushed the crypto market, and now it will do the opposite. It may be your last chance to accumulate the right positions. Here we have the creditor recovery summary for the bankruptcy proceedings from the FTX collapse, and as you can see, there is up to $16.2 billion that are going to be going back onto the market, but these are supposed to be going back as stablecoins since the underlying assets were actually already sold off. This could result in a whole bunch of buying pressure, since $16 billion is basically double of $8.2 billion, and really I've never seen a better setup, with us having a sell-off of $8.2 billion coming down the pipeline right now that's going to be over right about the time that $16 billion of buying pressure is going to be entering the market. That's double the buying pressure of the selling pressure we're going to be seeing, and almost certainly this is going to result in some more downward pressure in the price action over the next couple of months, but then a rebound in the next quarter, sending us hopefully to new all-time highs and into price discovery. Essentially, this is basically telling you that you're going to have the perfect buying opportunity with the sell-off coming from the Mt. Gox repayments, and then the huge buying pressure that's basically double the amount of selling pressure that we're going to be experiencing coming up right now. Just imagine if Elon Musk said he was going to be selling 200... Oh, what the fuck? I don't even know anything about Tesla. What am I talking about? Fuck. Just imagine if the grocery store told you that right now a pound of beef is on sale from $20 to $15, but in a couple months it's going to be going up to $30. Well, you'd probably try to buy as much ground beef as you can and put it in the freezer and save it for whenever the price actually goes up. But that's not the way that people's minds work when it comes to investments for some reason. Essentially, you want to treat this stuff like you treat buying any other kind of product, because when it's on sale, that's the best time to buy it. And then if you expect the prices to go up, then maybe you should stock up on some instead of waiting to buy it at a higher price. This is just common sense, and if you think about it this way, then you can keep a little bit of emotions out of the market. But unfortunately, all anybody really sees is that we're down about 25% or 20% at the time of recording from the all-time high. And that means that if somebody had $100 put into the market, then now they only have $80. We could scale that up to $100,000 and bring it down to $80,000, and you can see why people would panic. If you lost $20,000 over the last few weeks, well, then you're going to probably be scared that you're going to lose another $20,000. And buying right now is just going to feel like you're throwing money into a raging fire, essentially. I'm not necessarily saying that you should buy right now, because I do think this has another leg down to go, and you never want to buy a falling knife. But whenever we do see some kind of bottoming signal here, there's probably going to be some really great buying opportunities as we get ready for $16 billion in just FTX buying pressure alone. That should definitely send Bitcoin at least back up to the top of the selling range that we've been basically diving off the cliff into since the announcement of the Mt. Gox repayments actually coming to fruition. On top of that, we have Ethereum ETFs that are also supposed to start trading here in the next month or so, and these are just a couple of catalysts that we know are going to be happening. Additionally, there's going to be a whole bunch of news that isn't foreseen, obviously, that's going to be coming up soon. And after the Mt. Gox repayments and Germany sells their Bitcoin, and after the US government sells their Silk Road holdings, well, then I think that we're going to be seeing probably nothing but good news after this, especially since the election is coming up and there's obviously going to be some huge liquidity injection coming into the system. Speaking of huge liquidity coming into the system, today we have Fed Chair Jerome Powell testifying, today and tomorrow actually, and later on this week we have CPI and initial jobless claims coming in, showing us whether the economy is headed in the right direction for the Fed to actually be able to do their first rate cut, which is expected to come up here, if my screen will ever damn load, in September. As you can see, according to this chart, we're not expecting one in July with a 95% chance of a continuation on this pause, but September 18th, we are expecting about a 70% chance that we're going to see our very first rate cut of 0.25% or 25 basis points. So yeah, there's probably a little bit of pain here left to come from the $8 billion of selling pressure that we could experience over the next month or so. But then in the third quarter, which is the next quarter of this year, we're going to be seeing the very first rate cut, $16 billion worth of buying pressure that could be coming into the market from the FTX collapse. Additionally, we have the ETH ETFs going live, and the election is going to be ramping up. And you know the party that's in power is going to continue trying to buy votes. So basically, I'm going to be trying to stack up as much cash as I can so that I can buy on this dip. And while it's going to be really pretty hard with this damn economy just going into the damn shadow realm right now, this really could be your last opportunity if you missed the pump that happened last year, because this is basically the middle of the bull market lull. And if you go selling your crypto, then you're selling it right into the hands of people like BlackRock, who know that it's going to be exploding in the latter part of this year. And if you give them all of your crypto, then you're going to be chasing those green candles, and you're basically going to be having all of your hard-earned gains ripped away from you at the last second since you panic sold in the middle of a bull market. None of this is obviously financial advice, and I could definitely be wrong. Maybe this is the beginning of the bear market and we're just going to go down to $20,000 like some people think. But in my opinion, this electrical cost has been a really great floor, and since it's right underneath us, I know it's $10,000 lower than where we are now, but in Bitcoin action, this is really just right underneath us. I think we could have a little bit more downward pressure to go until we hit that electrical cost, and yeah, maybe we could even dip down below it for a short wick. But going back all the way to 2014, we really haven't dipped down significantly below that red line, which is the electrical cost, and I think that's going to act as a solid floor for us this time as well. As you can see back here, when we had the halving in 2016, we did come up to reach the electrical cost at where it was going to be right after the halving, but after that, the electrical cost retreated and so did the price. Then we just basically caught it and went for a ride with it, flinging us up into the parabolic part of this bull market. And after that, the price went from about $1,000 all the way up to $24,000 or $22,000. I can't really see it. But anyway, I don't want to miss a ride like that, so I'm going to be taking this opportunity to stack some more sats. In the meantime, if you want to support my channel and maybe even help me stack some of those sats, then you can go over to thisonlygoodcrypto.com and check out my merch line. If you didn't know, well, this is the Only Good merch, and if you wear Only Good, then you're going to feel Only Good. So do Only Good every day and head over to my site right now so that you can check out some amazing t-shirt designs like these. There's new designs coming up soon, and if you want to help me design some or you have any ideas, let me know down in the comments or go over to my Discord. There's going to be a link down in the description, and you can actually show me the designs right there, and you can also have a lot of fun with the community. And let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? Is the electrical cost going to act as a solid floor this time again, or are we headed down to $20,000 like the Super Bears think? Either way, thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if it brought you value. But most importantly, don't forget to do only good every day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.